Hello everyone and welcome back. Just brought the camper from the campground up here to the farmhouse. I need to get it winterized and get it parked. The nights are getting pretty chilly. Well, that should be good, but I'm going to run one more gallon through this anyway, just to be safe. Actually, it's a good thing I'm going to do this because I forgot to do the toilet. This travel trailer is different than the fifth wheel, because with the fifth wheel there's drain lines down below. This one doesn't have any drain lines, so you got to just run everything out. And then you can actually winterize the hot water heater also without pulling out that anode or whatever it's called. But then it takes an additional like 6 or 8 gallons of antifreeze to fill that whole thing up. So I prefer to just do the shut off and drain that completely so I don't have any trouble. Makes a lot more noise when that rubber is really cold, you know, colder than 70 degrees or whatever. Now that this one's done, I'm going to bring this back and park it. And then it's already 20 after 12. I want to have some lunch. And then maybe we'll move the fifth wheel. Well, I'm parking it right here for the winter. I shut off the gas, pulled the battery. Everything should be good until spring. Time for lunch. Both trailers are moved to their winter spot. Unhooked until next spring. Okay everyone, well, it's a little bit after 10. Definitely time for bed. It was supposed to rain today, but just got a few sprinkles. It's supposed to rain tomorrow also. I have a lot of stuff to do, but I have stuff to do inside the house, inside the workshop, and I also have stuff to do outside, so no shortage of stuff that needs to be done before winter.
Good morning, everybody. Just watching 3 deer out there eating some grass.
Well, this morning I did some cleaning up in the house. I had a few things I wanted to do in there. And of course Melissa is off at work. And it's just bugging me that I don't have that left side done, so I wanted to work on that a little bit. I've only got let's see, only about 20 more minutes to work on it right now, because I'm not going to be seeing much of Melissa in the next like 3 weeks after this weekend, you know, because deer hunting will be coming up and I've got work next week, so we're going to go out to lunch at the China King Buffet in Duluth today. So I'll lose a couple hours there before I get back and I can work on it again. It was supposed to be raining all day today, so I'm kind of, when I saw that the rain, it was raining when I woke up this morning, but when I saw that it wasn't, I thought, well, I'm going to get out here and get a few things done outside that I wasn't planning on doing. Well, that's all I'm going to fit in for right now. It's 8 minutes after 11. I got a half-hour drive, and we're meeting at 11:45, so I've got to get moving. Now that I ate way more than I needed, let's head back to the farm.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-35 South, US 2 West.
Okay everyone, well the rain kind of stopped with rain and it got dark, stopped what I was doing out there. On the side of the workshop addition, I'm going to build a little lean-to there so I can put my wood underneath there and get it out of the actual addition part. So hopefully I can get back on that tomorrow. They're talking about sun and clouds tomorrow, a high of 54, which would be nice. Today's high only got to 42, so it was chilly. And it's still raining, so I guess I'm editing a video right now. Melissa, she cooked up pork chops. She loaded up the dehydrator with a bunch more zucchini squash. And little girl has kind of taken over the top of the dehydrator because it's nice and warm. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. It's kind of chilly. It's 39 degrees, but at least the sun is out today. Well, I'm up to the part where I can put the tin on the roof. This is old tin that I don't know if this came from that. I don't know if you guys remember in the very beginning where they had the like a tarp like building over there where they used to cut wood for an old wood boiler. Anyway, this came out of there, and I'm going to reclaim this and use it. It'll look a lot better once I get it screwed down. My biggest worry was the addition building there is not square with this here. Everything I've built here is measured the same, but the reveal doesn't look all that bad. I was really worried about that. And I made this so that I was going to make it a little bit smaller, but I thought, well, I won't have to cut the metal. It'll be staggered because it's out of square. You can see this right here, how it staggers. This one has to go up. It'll actually be up into here ways. But this should work pretty good for stacking wood underneath it. And I did not go all the way out to the face of the addition here because through this whole area I drive through with the tractor and my truck and everything, so I kind of wanted it to step back so it doesn't get too far out, you know, into the yard like this. So yeah, I think this is going to work pretty good. Looks pretty good now. Another reason I wanted it stepped back is if I want to put a little wood stove, my Joe Tool, or I've got another smaller wood stove, I can run a pipe that comes out here and then misses everything and goes up. Oh, it's a few minutes after 12. I'm going to run inside and have some lunch. I'm debating on what to do on this side. I was going to do deck boards, but nobody sees that. And I do have some white metal that matches what's on the workshop. I mean, it's not in very good shape, but that might be the better route to go. I'll have to think about it. Well, as you can see, I decided to go with the deck boards, and 2 reasons. I just picked these up off a job we just did. I just brought these home, what, about a week and a half ago? And some of them aren't in the best shape, so that's the perfect, this is the perfect place for them. And the other reason was, every time I would walk up to the workshop, if I put the white metal, I'm going to see white metal right here. And I think that that would have kind of taken away from the front of that. I don't know, it just would have bugged me. So I'm putting the brown side, because these were stained boards, in, and just leaving the natural side out. And I think this will be just fine. Another good thing with these, I don't have any wall behind it. And these are damp right now, they've been outside, so when they dry, they're going to get a little bit of a gap here. And the actual best way would have been, for if you're going to be storing firewood, would have been to put a board and leave a gap, put a board and leave a gap so air can get through here. The problem is, that's the northwest side, and that's where all the big storms come through. So if I did that, it's really going to load up with snow. So I just opted to keep it solid, but even if you go on the inside now, you can see gaps, which will be good. This I'll keep open. The front will stay open, you know, for now. And then just air can just blow through and help keep the wood dry. Well, we're going to call this project done for now. I got a place to store firewood now. And like I was telling you, if you go in here, you can see the gaps in there. And they're only going to get bigger when it dries. You know, they're not going to get a lot bigger. They've already gotten bigger since the sun was beating on that side for a little while. And the correct way to stack firewood in here is to stack the rows this way. It would look, I mean, it looks really cool when you do it this way. So you walk up to the woodshed and you've got this wall of split wood, but you want to stack it this way because you take from your dry side, and then actually the best way to do this would if it would be split down the middle, wet wood, dry wood, you just interchange. I know I'm not going to do that this year. But anyway, I can stack wood in here, and I have 12 cord of birch coming. It was supposed to be here last Friday. I might have talked about it in another video. It's like one of them double semi-loads. You know, it'll be 8'6" long, the logs. And my dad, he's already itching. He keeps getting a hold of me saying, "Are the logs there yet?" Because he wants to come up here for something to do and cut them up and use my splitter and start splitting them. And then we'll stack them in here this way. But just for reference, I have 12 cord coming up. This will hold maybe 3 cord. Because a full cord is 4 foot by 4 foot by 8. Yeah, 4 foot by 4 foot by 8 foot long. This is just under 8 feet wide, and this is about where 8 feet comes out, and 4 feet gets you right about here. So, you know, I can get 2 cords, maybe a little more than 3 if it was stacked all the way to the ceiling. But I want to get all of that slab wood that's in the addition taken out of here and put in the lean-to over there, because at first when I put this up I thought this would be a good place to store firewood, which it would be, but it's too cool. I can do other things with this that would be really kind of unique, and I might, like I said, put a little wood stove in the corner, one of the 2 little ones that I have. And anyway, I want to get this out of here. I'll leave the old kitchen cook stove in here right now because I don't know where else to put it, and it'll look just fine here for now. And then I can I still have to insulate the back wall that I put up in the workshop earlier this year. That does not have insulation yet. And then I can start insulating these walls, and then I can insulate the ceiling, and it should, you know, I mean, it's 2x6 walls, so it should heat, you know, and hold it pretty well. So now, like I said, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I want to get all this mess cleaned up. First thing I'm going to do is take the chairs from the table one of the tables that sat in the middle of the driveway is the loop, and bring them and put them in the front garage, so that's all cleared up. And then I want to get this picked up. I was going to use that new metal on this roof, but I would have had to cut it down 2 feet, so I had those old pieces and just used them, and these will come in handy for some other project. I had brought all that wood home that I was going to, you know, just all reclaimed stuff that I was going to use for the shelves in the basement, but I used up some of the plywood, all of the 2x4s, so I guess that project will have to wait. Today it's really nice now. It's warmed up. I think it was supposed to get to like 54. Tomorrow is supposed to be nice, which is Saturday. And then Sunday, the cold front comes in, and I think that the high is, I don't even know if it's going to make it to 40. So the bottom's going to drop out pretty quick here. They're in here. I'm going to have to move a couple things out of here. Like move this stuff back a little bit because Zachary's almost done with that 6-wheeler, and then that comes right back in here. I've just been getting things taken out of this garage that don't need to be here in the winter. I need to get this ready so Melissa's truck can go in here. Actually, it's not too bad, just a lot of big stuff that gets shoved in here in the summertime, but it got cleaned real nice for the parties, so it's not too bad underneath. We were talking last night, and I think next year, instead of moving the 5th wheel here next to the house, for, you know, whoever comes to stay, usually her son Brandon and Megan and Gabe come and use the trailer and everything. We're just going to park it over in that spot where I put the sewer dump. We're not going to do a party next year. We'll probably do one the following year. And if we need the second camper, you know, if we do have some small get together up here for a weekend, I can bring my work camper and slide it in right here and hook up to this sewer and power just for that weekend or week or whatever. Because otherwise with the trailer there, the whole time you walk out the door, you can't see the garden. It blocks the view off completely. Good morning, everybody. It got down to 28 degrees. It's real damp. It's foggy, you can see that. I had finished editing the deer stand weekend video, so I'm in there watching it and fixing mistakes so I can render it again. Melissa's still asleep. I just threw in a load of laundry. I have to wash some of my clothes I'm going to wear for deer hunting today and scent-free soap and get all that taken care of because next weekend deer hunting starts. Well, I'm going to grab my shotgun, throw on my orange vest, and I'll run out and switch out all the SD cards. So I'll be back shortly. Well, I'm just letting my truck warm up for a couple of minutes. I'm going to run up to the store and get something to throw on the grill for lunch today. Got the clothes hanging out for deer camp. All you need is enough for the first couple of days. After that, you really don't care anymore. You just get out there. There's no deer. Looks like about 10 more minutes and the meat can go on. Well, Melissa had went in there and shut the water off, the water that we use for like the travel trailers, the garden, and everything. So I just went in there and got it all wrapped with the insulation now, taped up, and ran the heat tape cords and got that all plugged in. So we shouldn't have any problem with any lines freezing up. I'm just out here playing around a little bit, getting some of this wood put into the new lean-to. I'm just going to play around out here till about 7. That's about 20 more minutes. And then I'm going to go inside and finish editing a video that'll take probably 45 minutes. I'd like to get that one done so that I'm only 2 videos and this one behind. And then at 8 o'clock I'm going to do some stuff for Melissa in there. But anyway, I put a light in the little lean-to, so that's kind of nice. At least I can see now. This seems like such a big space when you build it, and then when I start putting wood in here, you realize that it's not all that big. But it's really going to be nice to have this wood under cover and not taking up all the space inside the workshop and workshop addition. I think I'm going to unload this, and I suppose I better take apart that chimney on the old stove in there to see if I have all the parts to hook up the all-nighter. Because if not, with the way there are shortages and trying to get stuff the last year, and it now winter just about here, if there's going to be a shortage on pipe or whatever I need, that piece, now would be the time when it's most in demand. Well, this would work, but a couple of things. This is an 18-inch piece. If I were to dump that down to a 12-inch piece, that would bring me back to right here, which would back this up. Well, that'd be 6 inches. That would put the center right about here, which would back that all-nighter up to here, because I need 36 inches for that. Also, if I could get a reducer that goes from the 8-inch Class A like this one, because this, you know, you spin it, it clicks in. If I could get an 8-inch to a 6-inch reducer instead of this one, which is an 8 to a 7, I would save that space also. So I think I'm going to look and see of all the pieces that I have another 18-inch, I have some 24, some 36, but I don't have a 12-inch. And it's expensive. It's probably between $50 and $70 for one 12-inch piece, but still. This is a little bit safer because it's out farther, but at the same time, this here, I think I'm still pretty good. I don't know. Even if I could just get an 8 to a 6 to save me those inches would be nice. Yeah, because I have a 24, two 36s, and another 24. No 12s. I guess I'm going to go inside and see what I can find online. I don't know if putting a 12-inch in there ends up being a safety issue. The way I have it hooked up right now is pretty darn safe. You know, it's so far out, and even if I could just get that 8-inch to a 6-inch adapter would be nice. But it's 9 minutes to 7, and I'm going to run inside and spend some time with Melissa. I've pretty much been going straight solid since I got up here, 3 days ago, and I can feel it. Maybe I'll stop by the garage fridge and grab a beer. That cold front is coming through. It is coming right right out of the north. Good morning, everybody. 32 degrees, but the wind died down. And it looks like it's going to be a sunny day, at least this morning. I'm going back to the work camper right now because I got everything winterized and pulled back here, but I did not take, there's a few things of canned food that are up in the cabinet that I don't want to explode when it gets really cold. I really should just take everything out of here. I need to get my suitcases out of here because I hate bringing my whole duffel bag into a hotel. I can have my big duffel bag like in my truck with changes of clothes, but then like grab my little one and just put what I need for that night in there. Because now, of course, I'm going to be in hotels for, well, this week anyway. And then I'll be up deer hunting, and then I'll be back, and I'll be back in hotels. Just until the end of this month, and then I think we're about done. Well, neither Melissa or I want to cook today, so I'm just going up to get pizza. I want to stop and get diesel, so I don't have to do that in the morning because I have just about a 3-hour commute tomorrow to work. I picked up the pizza and wings from Domino's, and now I'm heading back for lunch. Well, it's gotten windy out there again, and it was actually snowing a little bit ago. Now it's stopped, but I'm getting these batteries. I brought inside, this is for the little kids' toys, and so they don't freeze over the winter. Well, I brought this flour in. Supposed to leave it in for 3 to 5 days. I think it's been in here for 2 months. No bugs alive in this stuff. Well, the freezer is back in its spot. I suppose I might as well fill up all these water containers. I need to bring them up for deer hunting, and I'll get up here. Today is Sunday, so I'll get up here Thursday night. Friday morning I'll leave for deer camp. Be gone for a week, probably. One less thing to do Thursday night. I was just in looking at the weather with Melissa. Like tonight's low is only 29, and then tomorrow's high I think is 38. Anyway, when you get out about 7 days, the high is going to get into like 43 and 44, but some of those nights are going to get down to 22. I think one of them was 20. And we're just getting to that point where now the coldness of night will outweigh the warmth of the day. And so once I fill these all up, I'm definitely going to shut down the water again for outside, because it's not going to make it the way the temperatures are going. Well, if we get any big snowstorms when I'm up deer hunting, Melissa will easily be able to park in the garage. I'll probably take the Grizzly with me deer hunting, I'm not sure. My dad has his up there, but I might haul this one up anyway. Everything is marked now. It can snow. I think it's time to bring down the garbage can and call it a day. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. A week from now it'll be day 2 of deer hunting 2021. I will see you guys on the next video.